Alright, what is up everybody? Today I'm going to review my 2003 WRX Wagon. So I bought my car back in February of 2016, so not that long ago, and I bought it because I've always liked the Subaru WRX Boxer Rumble, and I've always liked Rallycross. I always thought it was really cool just going off-roading and going through snow and all that. And I've always liked the turbo 4-cylinder that came with the Boxer engine with WRXs, and the all-wheel drive system is something that I've always been like impressed with, and I've just always wanted one of these cars, and I'm so glad I've got one now. So I've already taken my car traveling a lot. I went to California and I went to Colorado, and while I was in Colorado I took the car off-roading and I went to Pikes Peak with it, and that was pretty cool. You know, I'm just using my WRX what it's meant to be doing. This is just doing everyday things and doing some things that normal cars can't do. By the way, while I was out in Colorado, I had the wagon. Well, first of all, because it's cheaper and it's cheaper on insurance, and because while I was in Colorado, I can just sleep in the back of my hatch just by putting down the back seats, putting some blankets out, some pillows, and I'm good. So I slept next to the mountains, and it was not that bad at all. It was actually pretty enjoyable. Alright, let's get down to the mods now, because I know that's what a lot of people want to talk about is mods. And the first mod I have on my car is a JDM motor swapped into my car. The reason being is because the previous owner who I bought this from used really thick oil in the car, so when I bought it and did an oil change, I could hear the rod knocking, and I knew that the engine, it was toast. So I got a new engine, JDM swapped. It has 50,000 miles on it, but now I've been traveling a lot, so 57,000 miles, almost 58,000, but it's running pretty strong, so I'm happy with it. And another mod I've got done to the car is a JDM in-one style exhaust to get that Boxer rumble that everybody wants out of their WRX, and it sounds really good. It's a catback exhaust system. And another mod I have is a cold air intake. It's a K&Y tuning cold air intake, and that one gives out some good swishing noises from my car, like whenever you shift and like let off the gas. It sounds really cool. Like right after you get out of boost, it's sort of like you get that blow-off sound noise, and it sounds just really cool. And it also like makes my engine bay not as cluttered, because there was a bunch of plastic in there, and I basically ripped it all out and put this cold air intake, and it makes it look a lot nicer and not as cluttered, and I really like it. But yeah, driving around town in this car, it's pretty normal. It sounds really good, but it's not over the top loudness with the exhaust I have on it. And it's a really good ride, but if you want to get on it, boost does come in at 3,000 RPMs, and it goes to 7,000 RPMs, so the car really becomes alive whenever you get in the boost, and you have a lot of fun. The handling on this car is really good with the all-wheel drive system. I can just like get on it early into a corner, and I just go power right through it, and it's like nothing. It's butter smooth. And you'd be surprised, because this suspension has over 150,000 miles on it. I do want to get coilovers for this car though, and maybe thicker sway bars, so that's something I want to do to this car. Another thing I want to do to this car is get a carbon fiber hood, because I do have a little bit of hail damage on my hood, and I think it would look like way cooler. And I got plastic at my rims, so that video should be coming pretty soon. And I want to tint my windows, so it's like future mods I want to do. Mud flaps is another one. There's plenty of mods I want to do, like get wheels. If I get wheels, I think I want to get STI OEM wheels, or the new WRX rims from like the brand new models. But I have no idea which one I want to get yet, if I want to do those. But yeah, for now, I'll probably plastic dip them. I can go on and on about things I like about this car, but there are a few flaws. The interior, me personally, I'm a simple person, and I think it's pretty good. The only complaint I really have is this cup holder, which the e-brake is on the right hand side and the cup holder is on the left hand side, so when I'm shifting, my arm could hit the cup if it's in that cup holder, but luckily I do have a cup holder right here, so I mainly just use that one. The stock stereo system in this car, it's a 6 CD changer stock, which is pretty great, and I just have this cord for my auxiliary. It's just a cassette player, but it works fine for me. I can always upgrade the speakers in it because the speakers aren't that great, but I really don't mind them at all. But yeah, I have power windows, power steering obviously, I got AC, heat, everything works. Got a little boost gauge, which is pretty cool. As for our storage space, everything is fine in this car. There's no complaints anywhere. Again, it's a wagon, so I have plenty of room in the back to store anything I really need back there. So I'm really happy with everything, the way this car is laid out. The materials really aren't that bad. Like, this is like, I don't know if it's leather or like fake leather, but it doesn't feel bad at all. Center console could be a little bit softer, but I have no complaints. Like, this car does what it's made to do, which is off-roading, turbo 4-cylinder, all-wheel drive, a lot of fun, going around corners, off-roading, whatever you want to do. This car is always fun. Heck, I can be going really slow and I can just barely get on just a little bit just to hear that boxer rumble and the swishing noises from the cold air intake, and it just sounds really cool. But yeah, another complaint I have as of right now, my car, so I'm just going to put right now it's in neutral, you see this? I'm going to put it in first gear. Alright, I put it in first gear, and look at this. It's like I'm in neutral still. It's not completely like I'm in neutral, but it does move around a lot. That's because the bushings, they've never been replaced. It's 150,000 mile bushings on the car, and to replace them, I need to replace the top ones, which is not the hard part. The hard part is getting underneath my car, and it's like above my exhaust, so I might have to take that off, and I have to put a jack on my transmission and just do a bunch of different stuff. The parts apparently cost $20, and labor could cost up to like $400. The back seats in this car are actually pretty roomy. I can easily fit an adult back there and they'll be fine. They're not going to really complain at all, especially with the wagon and more headroom. But yeah, that's basically all I have to talk about in this video. It's a really enjoyable car for any kind of driving around corners, off-roading, whatever you want to do. It's a great overall round car, and I would recommend this to anyone looking in these cars. They are good cars. But that's basically it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please give it a like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed. And you guys all have a great day. Peace out.